Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, March 15th, and welcome to your daily astrological forecast. So, for today, we have the moon shifting over into Pisces and being in the 12th house of the sun. This is going to be really notable, really important in regards to some of the things we've been talking about for the last couple days, and how that's about to be ramped up to 15 today, which is why I wanted you guys to be so open in the last 2 or 3 days of like, hey, these are low vibrations, these are things that you're feeling, these are the things that are causing you, a bit of uncertainty and insecurity. Become comfortable with it and be ready to heal them, because things are about to get more insane, right? And I mean, as you can see, we are in the sign of Pisces now, and it's going to be conjunct Juno. So if you have your partner out there, whether that be a very close friend or even, a romantic partner, whoever that may be, your soulmate, your twin flame, to help you out during this time period, they are going to be a invaluable resource moving forward. But I mean, I do want to talk a little bit about moon in Pisces because it's a very unique place, especially where it's at right now. Keep in mind that we are in a solar Pisces season, right? We're getting ready to switch over to Aries in about, what, a week or so? Is that right? Yeah, about 10 days or so. So we're getting ready to shift into essentially the new year. And with it, we're going to, really start anew. But before we can start anew, we need to take care of the old, right? Remember, Pisces is the last sign. It's endings, it's conclusions, it's bringing everything to closure. And that's what's happening right now. We're bringing a lot of closure to our yearly cycle. As such, when the year is about to end and we get the last new moon of the year, the moon will enter the 12th house of the sun in Pisces. So we need to really talk about what the moon in the 12th here in Pisces really represents. Now, usually natives with moon in the 12th house, can bring up things about fear and about emotional issues. They could be afraid of like abandonment and, problems with other people. Sometimes they want to avoid certain experiences, or they don't want to get too close to others because they might relive certain traumatic passes, right? Sometimes this can even stem from the native's own mother, because it is the moon, and it is in a water sign. But these are the negative sides, the lower vibrations of Pisces that we will need to be mindful of. Now, this doesn't mean that everybody has a low vibration Pisces, because that's not true. We have a lot of really high, powerful Pisces out there who are some amazing wizards. And I truly do mean wizards and not witches, because that's what they are. They are amazing. High Pisces vibrations are literally imagination itself, and some of the brightest, most creative artists, and I don't just mean like actual art, but like music, film, drawing, art, all of that will have really high Pisces vibrations. This will be a time in which we may try to run away from the emotions that are going to be resurfaced, quite so that we may indulge in the lower vibrations of Pisces, which will be escapism and not wanting to accept responsibilities, and just run away from the situation and be like, nope, and just be out. But we need to not let that happen, right? If you are involved in certain activities, such as, if you do things like trance and hypnosis and all of that, just be more mindful that during this time period, you're going to be more open. Like the moon in Pisces is really open, and being in the 12th house, which of the sun, which is Pisces, it's going to be that much more. Like everything is really going to kind of come out, if you will, because of that empathetic connection with everyone else. But you also become more empathetic with yourself, and you become, I don't know, some websites would kind of call it like malefic, but it's more like you become aware of your own darkness within. And generally that darkness is essentially everything that you've been neglecting and you've been pushing aside, and you're like, I don't want to deal with it, I don't want to see it. It's like you push it under the rug. That's kind of what it is. And now we're all forced to really take a look at it, really begin to address it, because we don't want to carry that into the next yearly cycle. We don't want to carry that with us into Aries. So as we begin to see things here at the end of Pisces, especially in this 12th house, we're really beginning to see all of that kind of like, clutter become very apparent to us. Now, this doesn't mean that we need to take care of this the next 2 days, because that's not necessarily true, right? We're having the new moon in Pisces, meaning that during this Pisces cycle, we're going to have the time to be able to address it all. And that's going to be the theme for this new moon. But it does mean that we're going to see the darkest of the dark, and we do not want to shy away from it. We don't want to run from it. We don't want to distract ourselves or intoxicate ourselves and like not be aware of it, because that's what a transit like this will do for us. And it will open that ability for healing, as I've been saying the last couple days. So you don't want to run away from a very good opportunity to be able to deal with past issues. Or it could even be issues that resurfaced this year. Because again, as we come to this Piscean new moon, it's about the conclusion of our year. How has our year been? How has, everything been up to this date? Have we been taking care of the things that we've been doing? Have we been realigning as we should be this year? I mean, I can tell you guys from my own experiences, this year I've come a very long way. Last year, I started off as a chibi illustrator and still streaming on Twitch. This year now, I have completely almost stopped that entirely. The only time I do chibi drawings are for when I do the astrology chibis. I don't stream on Twitch anymore, and now instead I am, doing morning astrologies here on YouTube. So as far as my own like realigning and changes in life, that's been absolutely ridiculous. Not to mention my Facebook status has changed from single to in relationship. So my own changes in life have been very big, very, I wouldn't necessarily say dramatic, but very impactful, and has had a huge change in the way that I both perceive life as well as live life. Because remember that all thoughts originate from Pisces. If your thoughts are tainted, your actions will also be tainted. It's like they say, you can't build a good house with shitty wood or poisonous wood or whatever have you. You need to make sure that the materials you're going to use to construct your house are legit. You need to make sure that your strategy, your self-architective abilities are on point when constructing your house. As such, Pisces is the thoughts of your creations. It's the imagination. If all you think are negativity, if all you have are negative thoughts, if all you have are low vibrations, how are you going to be able to start anything properly? Right? It's the difference between saying, oh, hey, you want to come with me? We're going to have some fun later this afternoon, and we're going to probably chill out and do some cool stuff, right? That sounds kind of positive. Hey, you're basically inviting me out to do some cool stuff. Let's do it, right? It's better than saying, oh, so you're not gonna come with us and chill and watch some movies and stuff. All right. Like, you kind of sense that like negative implication to the way that, that was asked, right? It's not always what you do, but how you construct it, how you come to the formation of the idea. And again, if you think negatively, it's going to remain negative, and it's going to construct something that is negative. So the idea here is to really begin thinking more positive, changing the structure of how you think about things, because your thoughts are going to have an impact on your actions. And really learning to curve those negative thoughts into a more positive vibration is what is going to allow you to essentially leave and cleanse the darkness inside of us and really be in a more active and much better situation to construct something that is positive, that is good, that is caring and sharing with others. Especially, I mean, take a look at this 5-planet stellium, or I say planet, but Chiron, Sun, and Moon aren't technically planets. Only Neptune is, but like, take a look at this 5 placement here in Pisces, right? It's a very huge stellium stuff. We got things in the 12th house of the Sun. We have the Sun conjunct Chiron. Like, this is massive empathy, massive connection with others, extreme dreaming, daydreaming, being imaginative. These are our thoughts. This is the source of originality. We have the ruler of Neptune here, not only in his sign of Pisces, but also in the 12th house of the Sun now. So there is a huge Piscean energy right now that if you're a Pisces, like, you're gonna love this, because I feel like there's just a lot of really good stuff that you guys are chilling with, especially that trine to Jupiter over there is just making you guys explode in amazingness. Would not be surprised if I start seeing like some really, really amazing art and stuff just come out within the next couple days. But for, all of us that may have lower vibration energies in Pisces, this is a time to start really facing yourself, right? This is a time to really start cleaning out a lot of that kept clutter that's inside of us, of our emotions, of our soul, spirit, of even our own environment, right? As we move into Aries, why do you think people call it spring cleaning? You're cleaning out all the clutter. You're cleaning out all of that stuff that has built up. And that's what we're going to be doing as we move into this new moon. So for the moment, what again you want to notice is the fact that the darkness is there, if it is. And if you do find it, don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Do not ignore it. Spring cleaning is going to be coming real soon. And right now it's learning to release a lot of that, stuff that's in there that needs to be removed. You can definitely get a head start if you're very intuitive and you know what you're doing. Definitely go on and start doing a lot of that, like reorganization, cleaning out. Definitely take that Virgo energy of going through, analyzing everything, putting it into organizations, into buckets, bins, whatever you may have. And you can try to get a head start on that. It would definitely help you in the long run. There's no such thing as wasted effort. But for those of us that are kind of like, we're going to start when we need to be starting, and we don't want to start the day before because, well, some of us are not as on point as others. I just want you to know that you do not want to, turn a blind eye to this, because the 12th house is essentially the blind eye. And you can't turn a blind eye to the blind eye, right? So it's here. It's time to start taking care of it. It's time to really putting on some you know, put some pants on, putting on some boots on, grabbing your dusk mask, and be prepared to start cleaning out the 12th house. So that's kind of really what's going on. Again, if you start feeling a lot of really crazy things in the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, as we approach the new moon, know that it's normal, know that there's stuff that's going to be happening, and know that this is a conclusion to the yearly cycle that we've been experiencing, and we're about ready to jump into a new yearly cycle. So let's take care of what we still have. Let's take care of our baggages. Let's clean out the closet. Let's turn over the rug and take out all the stuff from underneath it, and let's try to prepare to make our new year really come out and flourish. So thank you all for tuning in again today. We will be back Friday morning with your next episode, and then on Saturday we will be having our new moon episode. So that will be replacing the daily episode, as I feel new moons and full moons do really are, how do I say this, so significantly important that they do overwrite the daily forecast. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, thank y'all for so much for being here. Really do appreciate you guys' support. As usual, stay safe, stay positive. And hey, if you need some help, there's always someone out there to always lend you a hand. You are not alone. So do keep that in mind always. If you want to go ahead and have some help, you can always join us over on the Twitter or even in the Discord. Definitely be willing to chat with y'all. It's always good to hear from you guys every so often. But yeah, stay safe, stay positive, and I'll catch you guys on the next cast. Peace.